Hi y'all, Tracey, Trials of a Long-Haired Girl here. It is time again for Tag Tuesday. It's going to be shorter this time, but it's going to be different. So I know some of these are going to really sound like repeats from a couple weeks ago, but I'm kind of throwing a little more of a twist in here. Okay. So basically, kind of the questions that I'm asking is how you would have ordered your food before starting Weight Watchers, and then, or your weight loss program, and then what you're doing now after starting it, and kind of looking at how that's changed for each of us. I am tagging Dish with D, and Mary Fran over at No Excuses MTV and Weight Loss. Thank you both for agreeing to be tagged this week. Okay, so let's get started. This is random restaurant food choices before and after. Okay, so when you would go to a restaurant and order eggs, how would you order them? Before, without a doubt, 9 times out of 10, they were fried. They were over medium or over easy, but they were fried. Sometimes they would be scrambled. Sometimes I would get an omelet, loaded with lots of, stuff. But typically now, I order my eggs, like even when we were on our short trip for our honeymoon anniversary, I ordered my eggs poached. I've gotten to where I really like the taste, because it doesn't taste as greasy or heavy to me. And I like to dip my toast or my biscuit in the yolk. It's a thing I do. I've been doing it since I was a little girl. But now it's usually either poached or scrambled. Fish, before I started Weight Watchers, every time I would order fried fish, or fried shrimp. Now I can't have shrimp, sadly, because I've developed an allergy. But typically my fish was fried. Now, depending on what it is, it's either broiled or grilled. We go celebrate my mother's birthday in absentia every year, and so when we go, I try to plan ahead. I prefer a milder fish, or a milder flavored fish, because I can't do a very fishy tasting fish. I'm working on it. Not there yet. There was a time when I struggled eating any fish that wasn't fried. Your drink of choice before starting my weight loss journey, and sometimes even after. Occasionally, it's less and less now than it used to be. Most of the time now, it's water or iced tea. Before, it was a Dr. Pepper almost every time, or a Pepsi, sometimes a Coke, but usually I would go for Pepsi or Dr. Pepper. Biscuit or toast. Before, it was always a biscuit. There was no question, and I still love biscuits. I'll tell you the story in a minute. Now, it kind of depends on my mood. If I have planned to have a biscuit, if I work that into my points for the day, then I will have myself a biscuit. I have pre-planned my meal at IHOP beforehand, tracked everything, knew exactly what I was going in there with, told the guy, I need you to do this for me. This is what I want. So that I could keep my points lower. I planned for a certain portion of my hash browns and a certain portion of eggs, and And most of the time when I do that, I will either plan for like one biscuit or one slice of toast. Because I like to give myself some wiggle room, but honestly, it's been so long since we've kind of been out for breakfast. I don't know. Other than our trip, out, and I wasn't counting points, honestly, for that weekend. Gravy. If what you get comes with gravy, and mostly I'm talking about breakfast, but sometimes, if you're out and you order chicken fried steak, do you get your gravy? Are you ordering something with gravy? Beforehand, I tell you for sure, for real, every time. Every time I got my gravy and every time I ate it. I may not have eaten all of it, but I always ate it. At least some of it. Sometimes I will scrape some off just so I have some, so I have the flavor, but I'm not eating 50,000 points. Now, it's only if I've planned for it. And again, like I said, I may plan to have a quarter cup of gravy or, whatever. And while I may not necessarily take my measuring spoon or my measuring cups to figure that out, I will usually eyeball it, but I know this is what I've allotted myself is this portion, and I will usually eat that or less. I'm hoping to be able to come up with some more of these questions like this, but after working an entire day, y'all, let me toot my own horn for a minute. Toot toot. I'm pretty proud of myself. I did 4 10-minute workouts today, like 10-minute walking workouts. One was a wake up, you can kind of go slower with this one but still get your heart moving kind of thing, but the rest of them were all like actual walks, 10-minute walks. And then I did a 2-mile walk. I need less than 100 steps to get to my step goal, which is still only 8,500, but I'm working on it. So I may take the DOGs for a WALK with my husband tonight. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm kind of proud of that. I have stuck with my points. I did kind of splurge. I had a sandwich and I had some potato chips, but I weighed them out. So I knew what my limit was, and I had my sandwich. I scanned everything, I planned for it, so I feel good about that. And then probably for dinner, I may have the teriyaki chicken that I made in the Instant Pot the other night, because it's like 2 points for a serving, and it makes a lot of food. And I can throw some more vegetables on it, and it'll be awesome. Okay, anyway, those are the 5 questions. Again, like I said, because it's a before and after, question or questions, I kind of wanted to cut that down. And again, my brain is not. I should have done this yesterday, the questions, but I digress. Here's the funny story. And Juju, if you're watching, I know you're going to laugh, because it's you I'm talking about. My aunt used to tell a story when I was a teeny tiny girl. I think it was when I was teething, to get me to go to sleep when they were trying to, I guess, wean me off the bottle. I'm not really sure about that. I would have to ask her. My nanny would get up most of the time in the morning. She would fix biscuits, and she would leave them sitting out so you could have them, like during the course of the day if you got hungry. And so my aunt would take, as she says, an old cold biscuit, and I would gnaw on it until I would go to sleep. So I had been having biscuits since I was a little bitty girl, which explains why most of the time, if it's an option, I'll have a biscuit. I'll plan for it and I'll have it. I have a great love for biscuits. So, but yeah, that is my Tag Tuesday for this week. Like I said, I'm hoping to come up with some more questions kind of along this same line. But we'll see what I come up with next week. And I will probably be reaching out to some more people to see who wants to be tagged next week. I'm looking forward to hearing everybody's answers. Hope everybody has a wonderful Tuesday and have a great rest of your week. I believe I have a video coming up on Wednesday for, it's an Instant Pot recipe. So yeah, I'm excited. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great one, and I will talk to you soon. Like, comment, and subscribe, and the questions will be down below.